Well, hello there, and thank you for joining us here at Coolest Life. My name is Tony, and I'm here to take you through a couple things. This is actually a conglomeration video. What is a conglomeration video? Just like it sounds. It's a lot more than just one thing. Right now, I'm going to the Children's Museum here in Saginaw, Michigan, and there was no telling by the end of this video what else I'm going to be taking you through. But I'm going to go to this Children's Museum, and some of you might be thinking, Children's Museum, Tony, you don't like kids. I got two kids. It's not that I don't like kids. I just don't like them up under me and wreaking havoc and screaming and yelling and stuff. I like well-behaved kids. Not like my own. Just kidding. So anyway, we're going to this zoo right here, but come along with this conglomeration video, and you never know. Just kick back, bring your feet up. Maybe this might be a long video. Maybe about 20 minutes or so. I think that's what I'm going to shoot for all the information I'm going to put in it. Anyway, come along with us because you just entered the coolest life, zoo and other things. I just came in and paid right there, 6 whole bucks with my military discount, which was minus $2. Sweet. And this is the center part, I guess, and I'll walk off this way and see what I find first. I will say this, one thing I like about zoos like this is, like that guy right there, he's like 6 feet from me. I'm serious. You just can't get that at bigger zoos. You're like, they think everything's Corona and you just can't touch anything. So you got to be like 20 feet from everything. Like this deer here, this deer is like 6 feet from me. Good sized deer. At least 130 pounds, I'd say, on the 40. And I will say about the zoos like this, they do have a different perspective. Like this is 4 different pictures of where you might find this gray wolf that's in this enclosure here. I actually can't see him anywhere, but then they'll have something like this. Ooh, a beehive. Nice. Busy as a bee. Always moving. Isn't that cool? Love stuff like that. And these smaller zoos don't tend to be nearly as busy as your bigger zoos you find. This one's pretty well set up so far. I like the way it's laid out here. It's kind of a one-way direction, so it keeps things flowing. Look at the size of that raven. He's probably 2 feet from tip of his tail to his beak. He's massive. Good sized raven. So my guess is this guy's been rescued. He was probably got injured, which is why he hasn't flown out of this cage that is in no way netted at all. I doubt if I'm another bird, I'm gonna go flying in there though, let me tell you. I did see another one down here on the ground. Cool. I'm wiggling my finger like it's food. Of course, I'm not exactly going to fly up here because they're in here because probably they can't fly. Good looking birds though, huh? I'll give you a schedule here. They don't hand you anything because it does cost money to print things, but there's their zoo set up there. And it tells you when they're doing things at the different locations. There's some penguins. It's a little hot today. They're all hanging out under this cool water spraying instead of swimming in this habitat. Trying to stay cool. Smile and wave, boys. Smile and wave. Looks like we're just in time for prairie dog feeding. These are kind of round, aren't they? And squatty. Some kind of ant that looks like that. I'm just saying. Old prairie dogs. It smells great over here. It smells, I wouldn't say it smells like a litter box, but it's definitely got a defecation smell to just a hint. Just enough to be annoying. I got this alligator exhibit, but he's not in here because I just found him. There's a gate here that they let him come in and out of, I guess so they can give him medicines and stuff like that and check him out. There's like a doggy door thing over here. And they let him roam in there. He's laying over here in the corner. He's not a big gator. He's at least 6 feet, tip to tip. Alligator hunters would probably keep him. Maybe 7 feet. Not a real big gator. I will say probably the best gators I ever saw. I was in Albany, Georgia. There's a zoo there. Oh my gosh, this thing stood up and there was a foot of ground between his belly and the ground. There was a foot of space. I mean, he was a foot off the ground. That's how big he was when he stood up to go take a walk. They called him Goliath. He was a monster. He was, I don't know, 16 feet and big and well fed. I got a petting zoo thing here. I'm trying to fool him. I don't have anything in my hand. I'm just trying to act like I got something. See if he's gonna come over here. Nope, not today. Well, screw you, Holmes. I can see inside your hand. How dry all this is. Those goats will freaking wreak havoc on the grass. They got an alpaca in here. Nice. Had a couple llamas, a few spaces over. Actually pulled up some grass on this side of the... Oh, he decided he's gonna pass it up, isn't he? Huh? You gonna pass it up? Hey big goat. He's like, hey, scratch me there. I like that. Scratch you there. Good damn horns. Them horns are awesome. See, you can't do this at big zoos. I swear. Well, I guess they do have some. I got petting zoos, but there's definitely most of them you can't do this. Now I gotta go wash my hands. I see an emu way over there. The one behind that tree. You see him? Yeah, he's hiding behind that tree. But over here, and there is a little train that goes around the place, which is kind of cool. I didn't pay for the train ride. But over here is a kangaroo sitting over here. Good sized kangaroo, probably stands 5 feet tall. It's neat because you go to different zoos, and I can't remember where I was, but they had such a cool zoo exhibit. They had a trail that would go around here. You stayed on the trail because it was concrete, but you could walk around, and the kangaroos were just running loose around you. It was really cool. You don't find that every day. I'm just saying. It's funny, you see some birds like this, and you're like, you know what? I think my PetSmart's got one of these. This is a little bigger than most of those in PetSmart. They're pretty though. This is a capuchin. He's one of the white-faced monkeys. Kind of cool. Not very tall. I think he's here by himself. There's probably more. We rarely have monkeys in enclosures by themselves. Probably another one hiding behind a rock somewhere. Oh, there's making some noise. Oh. Oh. What kind of noise is it making? Oh boy. That's good stuff there. Great swimmers. Well, they do have a nice carousel. Can you see that? There you go. There you can. They've got a nice big carousel. It's enclosed and everything, so there's no snow gets on it. But anyway, it's not bad. That was it, by the way. No large animals here. Nothing. Elephants, tigers, bears, stuff like that. Lions, nothing like that. That's a big hawk. He's a good 18 inches long. It's a good size. Nice. Show us your butt. There you can see that. You can see that lighthouse. Right over that way. This is Canatera Beach. It's right here in Saginaw, Ontario. Has Lake Huron there, which looks like an ocean because it is so freaking big. Definitely can't see across the other side. Cool. Now that's a mural, huh? That's serious. That's cool. It's actually painted all the way around. It's on the other side too, which is the side that actually faces the river. So railroad tracks on this side and a river on the other. Probably used to be a Very busy area, but there's construction going on down there, which is why I parked right here on the road. No kind of traffic down through here. I did see some old cars down there. You see those old cars? Huh? I was like, what? Cool. They need to be refurbished. Someone come save them. They're in Saginaw. Come get them. I think I'm gonna go into this Castle Museum. I wonder why they call it that. Castle Museum of Saginaw History is what they call it. I'll go and take a look. Maybe there's something interesting. Well, inside basically these are famous sports people from this county in Saginaw. So they got a lot of them. Some were high school standouts. And some of them went to the NFL. Kind of cool. And some different sports, not just, but baseball also. So here's in the first floor. I think I'm one of 5 people in this place right now. But they talk about some of the mining that happened and all of the logging. So a lot of logging was going on at the time. Of course, back then they didn't replant nothing. They just logged it because there was so much of it. Look at this river, just full of logs. It's a great way to transport them. As long as it's going the direction you need it, you know. I did recognize these. These are representative of sugar beets. They're bigger than that. The average sugar beet's twice the size of a softball, I'd say. That's back when they used to do it by hand. They said it took them a long time to actually mechanize the sugar beet harvest. And they had a lot of migrant workers that did that. Again, migrants, illegal migrants, which is the only way to do it. So this is a mine. Got a mine video going on. Got mules down there. Nice. Man in the mines. You can't be a Michigan museum unless, of course, you're talking about the automobile. I mean, how is that possible? Look at those. WM Auto. Nice. This is cool. Stripped down body. 6.6 horsepower motor they said they first started with. One of the first motorcycles. How about that? Oh yeah, a little bitty tire in the back. Beautiful condition. Here's where they show some plates that they metal casted. So they metal cast these big giant pieces of steel. They put them together. Some of the first overhead valve engines were produced here in the US of A in Michigan. A nice painting here. It's on this big tapestry is what it is. It's like a Sears building. Nice. I'd have thought Sears would be a thing of the past. It's hard to find them in the last 10 years. Here's a picture. It's like it's from the 40s maybe. And maybe 50s. Actually it says 46, 47. Nice. Nice museum. Very clean. Very clean. Such a huge museum, and for a $3 entry fee, oh come on. Like, it's just crazy how big and beautiful this place is. Wow. I mean, it just keeps rolling and rolling. It's a good, nice place. I've actually got a piece of paper here that tells you about all the different areas. And they got the upstairs and the downstairs. There we go. Oh, look out. I'll get it. Upper level and a lower level. It's amazing. Nice museum. I think this building, although now a museum, was at one time a post office. And it was actually the first post office in this part of this region. Definitely in Saginaw, but any around here, this was it. Like that. Good thing they saved that, huh? And here's the outside of the castle building here. Really neat. I love going to different cities and finding stuff like this. That's different kind of museums and features. I just typed in attractions, and then this came up. That's where they keep the money, huh? Nice big thick safe door. Really neat. So now I'm at a sculpture garden at Saginaw Valley State University. Oh, there's more. Yeah. This from top to bottom, to give you perspective, I mean, here's the doors of this place. It's really good size. Top to bottom, 12 feet. Kind of cool. Check out this dude. This is the, going off the, I don't know why he's got an afro, but the mouse and the lion. Kind of cool, huh? Nice little area. There's just some swans. Yes, they're live. Let's see what these are. This is actually from their outside their fine arts building is what it is, and this is the sculpture garden is directly outside of it. But it's actually a museum of sculptures. So inside, which I might get to another day, it's going to be other sculptures. We'll see if I make it or not. But this is cool. These are about twice larger than life. Interesting. Okay, about to do a cannonball. Wow. Very cool. Salute to some clowns, huh? Nice. He's got an arrow in his heart. They're a little larger than life too. This one definitely is. That dude's like 10 feet tall. Nice buffalo. That buffalo's about full size though. The swans at that end were fake. My guess is these all might be all fake. Yeah, I think they are. Interesting. Jungle Book, maybe? I'd say so. Such a nice area, though. Riding along on my automobile. Yeah, I hope you can see how beautiful this is. There's a. I'm hoping that this camera can pick up the fog that's everywhere. There's a fog way out in the distance. There's that fog that's way out in the distance. It looks really cool, huh? Yeah, that's Michigan. Sweet.